Hi everybody. So it's getting to be pretty nice out right now, and I would imagine we're all suffering from a little bit of cabin fever, which means that we're probably just about ready to get onto our bikes. And I don't know about you, but a lot of people keep their bikes stored somewhere that maybe it rusts a little bit during the winter, or maybe some of the parts just aren't moving, and there's nothing worse than trying to get on your bike in the spring and it not working properly. So I thought that what I would do is just offer you some really simple suggestions for things that you can do to fix your bike and make it so that it runs a lot more easily in the spring, because there's nothing better than being able to rip through the puddles with a bike that works well, and be able to take your jumps and ride through the woods or even just down the road with a bike that you feel comfortable on. So this is my mountain bike, one of two. This is actually more a gravel bike because it doesn't have front shocks on it. It just has hard forks. But I'm going to try to show you some of the basics of like a couple of simple things that you can do to get it ready for the spring. So the first thing you want to do is be able to turn your bike over. I suggest that you do this by grabbing a hold of it on the center bar here and the fork here, and then flipping it upside down like this. And you sit it on the seat and the handlebars, like so. This allows you to be able to see everything, including most of the moving parts, to be able to get it ready. So the first one that you want to make sure of is that the drivetrain, which is the front chain ring and the back chain rings, this is called the cassette, are working properly so that things are moving slowly and easily. I will recommend, because I've learned the hard way, to keep your fingers out of here while the tire is moving. If it catches on one of the spokes, even when it's moving very slowly, it will hurt a lot. So try to keep something close by. If you're going to stop the wheel, grab a hold of it by the top or turn your brakes. So the first one that we're going to work on here is our chain. What we want to do is we want to clean the chain off. A lot of chains get rust on them and whatnot during the year, so I'm going to show you what I have to do this with. You don't necessarily need these kinds of tools to do it. I'm going to use this brush. If you have an old toothbrush that you're ready to throw out, that works just as well. A rag that we're going to use to clean it off with. And then what I do is I have this like handy bag here with all my stuff in it. And you're going to want some kind of chain lube that goes along with it. Now, chain lube comes in all kinds of different descriptions. I get mine from Savages downtown. You can actually call them. And they'll just, you can pay over the phone for this. It's really cheap. And they'll just leave it out for you. It's called Savages Chain Lube. Okay. But you can buy all kinds of different stuff. Very inexpensive, like $5, and it'll do you like at least a whole year. I tend to get my bike really dirty, as I know a lot of you have seen. But this stuff is great. But there are all kinds of different types of ones that you can get to. Both bike shops, the Radical Edge and Savages, have them. So what you want to do is you want to take your cloth, first of all, very lightly, hold it in your hand like this over the chain, and then we're just going to turn the chain like this, turn the pedals so that you can wipe it off. I do suggest going this way and not this way. This way turns the wheel, but it also usually pulls your rag back into your derailleur, this thing that changes the gears. So I suggest going this way. So the way that you turn your pedals so that the tire doesn't move, wiping off the chain as you go, just like that. If you have one of these things or an old toothbrush or whatever, then you can kind of use that at the same time to get some of the big gunk off of it. Use it down inside here. You want to clean off these things in here. You want to clean off your cassette. You want to clean off your front ones like this. These are great too because you can use them to stop the wheel. Then you take this gunk, and what we're going to do is you open it up. They just twist on the top. You're going to take it and you're going to put it on the top here, and as you turn, you're just going to drop a little bit of it onto the chain. Not a lot. You don't want it to get all gooby and gross and stuff. Then we're going to take our rag again. We're going to wipe the excess chain goop off, because you don't want it to get all gunky and stuff. If there's too much on it, then what will happen is when you're splashing through the mud puddles and stuff like that, the gunk that's left onto your chain will get stuck on it. Alright? So anyway, there we go. There's your first lesson. I'll come back maybe in a couple of days and give you the next one, alright? Right on, everybody.